Today in our 2017 Subaru Outback Wagon, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with the 4-pole flat trailer connector. Part number is C56040. And when we're ready to use our wiring, we can simply bring it back. You can see nice cushioning there. It's going to protect our wire. Pull out whatever length we need to connect to our trailer. And when not in use, put our dust cover around it there. And what I like to do is just kind of bundle my wiring up, bring that around, secure it off, and we can put the rest of our trays back in place. Now this is what our wiring kit's going to look like when we pull it out of the package. That's what we're after there. That's going to be our standard 4-pole trailer connector. This will allow us to connect to a trailer, maybe a cargo carrier. It's going to give us our right turn and brake, left turn and brake, our running lights, and our ground. Now to deliver that signal to the trailer, we've got our converter box. What this does is it uses a factory plug, so it's nice and simple to install. It's going to send the signals from the vehicle into our converter box, which will then switch it so it's a usable signal for our trailer. Now the great thing about a powered converter box is that it's not drawing any power from the system. It's just taking the signal. Then we have a 12-volt power supply, which you'll see here. It comes out of that factory plug as well. We place a fuse in there to protect it from any kind of shorting. And it's going to send out 3 amps per side for our left side brake and blinker and for our right side brake and blinker. And it's going to send out a total of 6 amps for our running lights. So that's going to give us plenty of power to get all the lights on our trailer working properly. You'll see our ground wire here. That's something that we can either use the 1/4-inch self-tapping screw, which is provided, to get that installed onto a piece of the body metal so we get a good ground there. Or if it's available, we'll just use an existing stud. They give us the instructions to help us out and explain to us exactly how we need to install it. We've got some double-sided foam tape there so we can adhere our box, and some zip ties and a longer zip tie there in case we just want to zip tie it off. Got our fuse here, and there's a little bit larger ring terminal just in case we do find a body stud that we can use that's a little bit larger than what our existing ring terminal will allow for. We're going to have a dust cover as well. Now this we'll use to go over the end of the plug. That's going to protect it from dirt and moisture. Now this plug's going to stay inside of the vehicle, so it's not going to have a big issue with moisture or dirt in there, but it can also be used to really help tidy up our wires and keep them bundled up. We'll show you that here in a few minutes. We're going to begin our installation here in the rear of the vehicle. Going to remove any of the coverings on the floor, our cargo nets. We just want to clear it out. Want to remove this hard trunk pan cover. So if we pop up on these side panels, you see that one's going to come out for us. Just lift up on that tray, we'll get that out of the way. And then using either a screwdriver or a trim panel tool, we want to pop up the fasteners. We got one right here. And if we go straight forward in this little pocket, there's another one. Once those are out of the way, we can lift up, kind of pull out on that foam pad, and we'll set it aside. Now we want to reach up right in this area, located just behind this tie-down hook. Our plug is going to be taped in right up there to a wire loom. We'll just get that pulled out from underneath there so we can make our connection. Right there. We'll bring our Curt wiring harness. We're going to plug that right in. Give it a good push-pull to make sure it'll stay connected. Then we'll tuck it up underneath that fabric. Now we're going to take our 1/4-inch bit driver and a self-tapping screw, and right around the wheel well here there's a good thick piece of metal. I'm going to put my self-tapper right in there and get my hole started. Now with that started, we can put our ground ring terminal on that. Just place that self-tapping screw through the ring terminal and get it secured. Just want that to be secure enough so we can't wiggle it around. Get our harness tucked up out of the way there, bring it on around. We'll use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. We want to clean off the back of our converter box there. And we can use that double-sided foam tape, stick it to the back of it. Peel the other side off. And I'm going to tuck it right back in here. There's a nice little cubby hole with a flat spot. That'll be a great location to keep it back and out of the way. Then we'll route our 4-pole wire over here to that spare tire storage area. Now we're going to take that provided 10-amp fuse. We'll slide that into our fuse holder. Get it capped off and tuck it up behind there. Now we're ready to replace the foam pad on this side. We'll replace the keeper pins. I like to bring my wiring up to where it kind of sits right over that lip. Then we'll put in that spare tire tool storage area. Then we'll just run that right down through that little gap right there. And when we're ready to use our wiring, we can simply bring it back. You can see nice cushioning there. It's going to protect our wire. Pull out whatever length we need to connect to our trailer. And when not in use, put our dust cover around it there. And what I like to do is just kind of bundle my wiring up. Bring that around, secure it off, and we can put the rest of our trays back in place. That's really all there is to it. Let's go ahead and test it out, make sure it's working properly. Now to do our test, we're just using a basic 4-pole tester here. All right, we'll do running lights, left blinker, right blinker, and brakes. Now with everything working properly, that's going to complete our installation of the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with the 4-pole flat trailer connector, part number C56040 on our 2017 Subaru Outback Wagon.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.